I've never seen this clip. I've preloaded it to the best of my ability. I've not actually watched it, so this will be a 6 minutes long. Better be fucking good. That's what I gotta say. Better be good.
So I have this theory, and I was telling you about this earlier. I wrote an essay years ago, and it's people are allergic to having someone that they can look up to in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on a fucking blood quest to find the negative in a person. And if they can't find the negative, they will manufacture it because we cannot have, and this isn't their fault, right? Media has done this. They will tear down every person who succeeds at an alarming rate. The example I brought up to you was Tiger Woods.
Yep.
Tiger Woods engaged in infidelity.
Yep.
Tiger Woods,
which is unacceptable,
is the exact type of person who would engage in infidelity
because he's black.
And several other people on par with Tiger Woods have done that. No big deal. Like
it's still unacceptable. What do you mean no big deal? By whose metric? I mean, people talk about that shit because it is a big deal. It ultimately belies what kind of character you have, where you can't even be trusted with your own wife in your own relationship. It's like if the inside is rotten, then what does that refer to? You know, other aspects of your life. That's why people judge you off that.
Just whatever. Like I think you mentioned like Michael Jordan. You got Shaq. You got Charles Barkley. I think
black. You
got tons of people.
Name a single white person
in these communities. They hit a bunch of money. They enjoy the culture of women or whatever, and they do that. So now, but Tiger Woods has a different personality than these guys. So his transgression becomes bad, and people pounce on it, and they pound him and pound him and pound him and break him down. The other people, they weren't able to break them down because they didn't give a fuck. And you got to remember like what Tiger did. Tiger Woods brought black into golf. He brought black kids into golf. He changed the entire golf culture. He brought new fans. He broke down the gates of Augusta for the Masters. He did all sorts of shit that the media would be fine with 10 years later. Mm-hmm. They weren't ready for it when he did it. And really? So he
what in what year? Even I know who the fuck that. What? 2013 was when this happened. Like they weren't ready for a black man playing golf in 2013, so they had to capitalize on his actual infidelity. Is that the argument? That's a ridiculous argument.
He became this icon. They had to go after him, and it wasn't like not comparing the 60s. To Tiger Woods. I don't like not in any way, but the fact remains that people have an incessant need for someone who achieves something to be like them, to have some pain, to have some brokenness, to have something in their life.
But he was cheating. I don't understand the logic. Like they weren't lying about him to try and bring him down. It happened.
And so for me, I guess that's my marriage has to end. Yep. According to this weird contingent of people.
Like I can't even imagine.
That's like a really bizarre non sequitur. I don't see how that logic ties up at all. Like he's like, so Nick Rekieta is Tiger Woods, and he broke down. So the media, the Kiwi Farms, is not ready for a Polish man to have a lot of viewers on Rumble talking about the law and Johnny Depp. And so therefore the Kiwi Farms, much like how the media was with Tiger Woods, is capitalizing on an affair, which he says he's not like, if there's an affair going on, it's unknown to the world at this point in time. It's simply speculated on. Whereas the Tiger Woods affair was very real, and the media and the Kiwi Farms are therefore trying to keep a nigga down, as they say, in the hood, and prevent him from achieving the success that he would be if he didn't have that affair, which the media and the Kiwi Farms capitalize on. Is that the logic? Because that does not line up to me. That seems like a very false equivalence.
Fucking rooting for someone to lose. I'm the kind of guy who goes like this. If I see someone make a terrible life choice, right? Like marrying Riley Reid, I'm like, bruh. What's that?
No, I was saying to you, oh shit.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying you aren't rooting for them to lose. You're kind of like, you're likely gonna lose based on all these factors, right? Like, why would you want to ruin your life like that? But the idea
is that not what the forum is doing? Saying we are deeply concerned about X, Y, Z. We believe that these behaviors are unacceptable and or unbecoming of you and what we would like to see out of you. And we believe that these factors will contribute to a negative repercussions in your life, a decline. Is that not what's being said? I don't understand how the forum is inflicting itself on him at all.
That I'm gonna actively, like, these people are active. They're like creating narratives, and you're like, I started seeing your name involved in stuff. I'm like, what are these people talking about? Your name, my name, other people's names. I'm like, where are you guys getting this from? Like, it was so far removed from truth, and I was like, oh, I get it. You heard a couple of things, pieced together a fucking crazy narrative in your mind to be like, this guy's a piece of shit. Yeah, okay, sure. And that's why they remain anonymous. Because if you knew who these people were, right? If Joe Blow 69, who talks shit about you all day, right? If we knew who Joe Blow 69 was, someone now he could be held accountable, right? Like, oh, this is who you are. This is your search history. They would malfunction. They're always projecting.
That logic is like, that's black people logic. Like, shit, man, if you and I took our dicks together and we put them side by side and we see whose dick is the biggest, then we know what's up. And it's like, person A can look at person B and tell person B that you have done something wrong and be correct about it. And then to look back at person A and say, actually, motherfucker, big snood, you also did something wrong, shit, man. Like, that doesn't invalidate it. That's still, the person A and person B can be correct at the same time. There's not like the bullets don't hit each other midair, Matrix style, and drop to the fucking ground. They're both correct.
What they do onto you. Fuck these fucking people.
It's so wild to me because it's like I just sit there and I'm like, I mean, I guess I get like what do you say? Like, you can't say anything, but it's like, oh, okay. I guess that's the next step, but it's weird. And it's a strange fucking fantasy for people to have, but it's wild to see that shit.
I just don't like the idea that someone's going to put something out there that's blatantly false. You see what I'm saying? Like,
all the fucking time.
Whether it's groomer, whether it's this, whether you're kind of looking at someone like, bro, you're putting some pretty serious allegations out there. Like, and their version of proof is always some like weird, disparate things that you said.
It looks like one of those fucking boards with like threads attached.
Yeah, they're like you said this, and then there was, and then they just kind of mold it all together. You're like, and that's what you got out of that? Like, yeah. Okay, sure. All right.
Like, dude, I was telling a story that I thought would be funny, and like what you did with that was not what happened.
That's not what. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Drexel's referring to, I can't remember the exact thing, so I won't try to repeat it, but he's referring to something that he said about man, I wish I could remember it because I could put him on blast for it, but it was like he was friends with a woman, and then he ended up hooking up with her daughter who like just turned of age, and like he knew her before she was an adult, and they went to like Disneyland and shit together, and he ended up hooking up with her daughter, and he's like, whoa, man, you can't be saying that's grooming and shit, man, because I ain't sleep with her till she turned of age, you dig? I was like, well, that's literally what grooming is, homie, G, thug shaker. That is precisely literally the definition. I was like, nah, man, shit, you got it all twisted and shit, man. And then I guess, but I mean, with Rekieta, the whole affair thing, it's just like speculation. That is like a meme with some supporting, contributing evidence that sways people to believe a specific way that could have been avoided, which has always been my criticism. Why make it public? Look, you can do it one of two ways. You can either put all your private shit public and show off to people, woo, you know, I'm making the money. I got all these thousands of people and locals giving me dollar bills, and I'm making all the money, and I'm doing so well financially, and I'm buying cars and shit because it's like, you know, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I made it. I'm getting the big dollar bills. and we're going swinging, and it was her idea. I got a wife that loves to have me with other women, and my life is the best life that it could ever possibly be. Like, you can do that, sure, go for it, I don't care. But you then can't turn around and say, man, people are getting really the wrong idea about me. They're taking all these facts that I put out there, and they're putting them together in a way that's really not too flattering about me, and it's super wrong of them to even speculate. It's like I'm like Tiger Woods. I'm like Tiger Woods because people are getting it twisted. And every time I say anything, I am told that I simply do not have the context. But when I watch the videos and I hear the arguments, and nobody prepped me for this, they just gave me a video and said, watch this and respond to it. It'll be interesting. Okay. But I listened to it and I'm just thinking, like, you're trying to have it both ways. You can either be a public figure and make your sex life and your private life like a part of your E-Slub character, or you can complain that people are talking about it and not, when people talk about things, they're not just gonna like take your story and say like it's all fun and games and everything's going well. It's just not how people are. It doesn't mean that, I don't know, I don't think there's necessarily an envy thing. But by the way, if you're gonna tell people how fabulously wealthy you are and how much money you're making to try and provoke an envious response from them, you also then are not entitled to say people are just jealous of me. Like, if you're trying to deliberately provoke people that way, then how can you be upset rationally if that is the response that you get? I don't understand the logic of inviting trouble and then being upset by the trouble, and then when people point that out to you, it's then said, well, I'm not upset. Like, I don't know. I just watched you and a black man compare yourselves to Tiger Woods for 6 minutes, and it does seem a little bit irritated in a way that someone who is actually not irritated would not be talking about things. Just as a thought. This is another video. This is with just Drexel. It's 2 minutes long. There is no Nick Rekieta, but apparently it's a funny story that I should listen to.
Drex, now that we're here, just us guys and Natalie.
and
well, isn't it true
Honorary.
that when Nick gets drunk, he gets gay?
I haven't heard that.
What?
Oh man, he was getting so gay with me in Vegas. It was unbelievable.
Not this Nick, the other Nick. Okay, let's get this clear.
Yeah,
this Nick,
not
the other Nick.
I'm talking
Nick.
Rekieta.
I'm telling you, man, look, it is very well known. I think Dave Chappelle had a bit about this in one of his stand-ups where he said, like, you can't drink around white dudes. He goes, it always turns into some pseudo-gay shit. And I'm like, and there's, look, if you ask a lot of white dudes like this.
Drex, my boy, Dave Chappelle is one of the most famous celebrities of all time, and he was like a pet black to the Hollywood elite. And the Hollywood elite will fuck anything, and they do fuck everything. It's not a white people thing. It's a white people thing. You dig, homie?
And they're going to be honest like this. Yo, white guys, on behalf of white America or white, the world, in general, do white dudes start doing weirdo gay shit when they drink? And most dudes are like,
it's true.
You can't go to sleep.
Or like you wake up with missing one of your eyebrows. My friends do that.
Yeah,
they fell asleep drunk, shave off
putting like
one of my
balls
eyebrows.
on your face.
Just
and
the one though,
pictures.
so it's
like,
unbalanced.
Why
It's
is that a
like,
thing?
Come on, guys.
It's always
Truth or
like
dare
weird
can
gay
get
shit.
very, very dangerous in Sweden.
Drex, you.
It's true, man. I don't go to sleep around about white dudes drinking because I'm like, I already know it's gonna be some gay shit. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, man. I apologize on behalf of all white people.
It's some weird stuff, man.
I'm just telling you that when we were in Vegas.
I'm with the woman. My face, her face. We are aligned. There's some synchronicity between us.
And the guys around me were drunk as shit. The gay stuff started coming out. Man. I don't know what was up with that.
Yeah, I won't, at the risk of speculating and sounding like a proper Hollywood journalist trying to bring a Tiger Woods down, kick the homie off the golf course, as it would be. I will simply reply by saying that I'm very glad. I have never met any of these people in real life, and I'm so thankful. I've never met any of these people. Okay, that's the nose segment. The much anticipated. Null reacts to Nick Rekieta's Tiger Woods story. NRO bang exclamation point at Met at the internet at Rekieta Law. Oh my god.